Welcome everyone. Let's see what happened this week. I think you'll find it's jam-packed full of exciting things worthy of the next 30 minutes. Today we are going to register the car in our name, and it's going to go through the emissions and the brake inspection so we can register it. In the Philippines, if you buy a car in another region and then bring it back to your house, they have to contact the original region to make sure that everything's okay with the car. They've done that now. We're now going to go running around the place to get it registered in my name, and then we're going to get it equivalent of the yearly inspection in the UK, emissions, brakes, that kind of thing. So let's start the process. Joy's coming with me today, so I've got a full house. I've got to be on my best behaviour, and let's crack on. Right, step number one, we've gone to a building in the middle of Irani which is the headquarters for, so I think, so Joy's gone in there with all the paperwork. So I found a space in the car parking space, which they let me in. So I just wait until Joy comes out and then we move on to the next venue. Well, the first stop was a bit of a disaster. They couldn't do anything because the scenes of crime officer can't seem to get the engine number off the engine. Yeah, we had to find two garages that would look at the engine number, one of which is Man Cave Autos. You've heard me say that before. So they're doing that now over the road. On the other side of the road is a cafe. So this is where we're having our lunch. Let me show you the lunch. There's a rice, there's two, oh thank you.
Ano, sabaw din. Ano po sabaw diba? Ano po? Sinigang?
When in Philippines, eat like the Philippines. Well, we're back home. The garage couldn't find it, or didn't really. They tried to tell us that all cars don't have an engine number, and this was one of them. I couldn't be bothered to argue. So we left there. I now have two options really. Here's some nice music so I don't incriminate myself. The other alternative is, if you can't do it, I will take the car to Ford Subic to get them to do it. They know where it is, they'll be able to find it in 5 seconds. I just don't want to do that because of the taking anything to a main dealer is throwing money away. So we're back home, we've had dinner, and I'm going to get on with the rest of the day. Day 2 of getting a car registered in your name, and I'm on my way to Subic. So the only good thing about today so far is the weather's excellent. So I'll get back to you when I'm in Subic. This is for my friend who is thinking about living in Bohol. Where will you get roads like this in Bohol? So we're just approaching Subic. So and we're just approaching the Ford garage. Ford's on the right hand side. So If you'll excuse me, I'll put the phone down, concentrate on my driving and get there safely in one piece. Let me tell you about my story with Subic Ford. They were, from start to finish, very professional and very good. Every single person that was in that garage did their job very well. I started by talking to a customer service person who dropped what she was doing and she went to my assistance. She got hold of a mechanic. The mechanic immediately went outside to look at the car. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the engine serial number because it's hidden in a very awkward position, and the engine bay has got pipes and conduits and bits of metalwork all over the place, so you can't easily find it. He reported that to his manager. His manager then talked to someone else, and between them they looked on the Ford's database, found out when the car was originally brought into the Philippines, looked at the serial number that was registered at that time for both the chassis and the engine, and then very, very kindly, at no charge, so well done to Ford Subic, at no charge wrote me a very good letter that explains the situation. So tomorrow I shall show that letter to the Scenes of Crime police in Balanga, and hopefully they'll accept that as evidence of the chassis number and engine number. 10 out of 10 for Fords. I was very, very impressed. Well, while I was in the garage waiting, I found this. This is the new, what is it? Mach E4 Mustang. And what they've successfully done is totally emasculated the Mustang and made it into a Toyota Camry in all senses. The only thing vaguely Mustang on the entire car is the three lights at the back and the Mustang badge, and that's all they've kept. Inside, let's have a look at the Mustang Heritage. Oh yes, it's all vanished. There's nothing there apart from the logo on the steering wheel. Everything else is Euro. It's words fail me, and that's rare for me. So I'm afraid they told me they've sold 9 of those since they've been available. I can only presume people are buying it who have never ever owned a Mustang before. I shudder at it. Right, the price range of that is there. The Mach-E, 3,499,000 pesos, 3.5 million. Now it's on sale at the minute. 600 cash back, so that brings it down to 2.7 million for a rebadged Toyota Camry. go, Chris. Now you tell me where in Bohol you can find something like this. This is Subic, which is a fairly biggish city populated by Westerners, and it is very, very safe, very pretty. Roads are pretty good. Traffic laws are enforced. If you were thinking about moving to the Philippines, this is one of the places I would recommend you go and try to look at before you make your final decision. Well, I pulled in at a random restaurant and this is what I found. Quite a big and nice menu, and it wasn't that expensive, so quite impressed.
If we tried it, we can make it. But don't we ever just take some chances and stop your thinking and start your living. Get your shoes on, we're going dancing.
Well, bit of a half successful visit, I suppose. Went to Ford's main dealership. They couldn't find me engine block number on the engine block, so we reverted back to them, looking at their Ford's data, going back in their records. They confirmed what was on the last certificate that I've got, which clearly states the engine number, and it's also on the frame number as well, isn't it? Your engine number. So they wrote me a letter confirming what it is, so we'll take that down to the police tomorrow, all being well, and they will accept it. If they won't, they won't, and we'll go another route. Anyway, that's that done. So this is the journey back down the Essetex. Nice pleasant little road. Yeah, it's a motorway. You have to pay, it's, what is it, 120 pesos between Subic and Dinilupian, which is where I live. Oh, that's the exit I go off anyway. I'm in no mad rush, so I'll just toodle on down here. Let's get in that fast lane because the road's a bit dodgy on that side. There you go. Another semi-wasted morning, but it had to be done. So we continue the process tomorrow. I woke up to see the council doing a bit of maintenance on the bushes so they don't hit the electricity cables. Well done, boys. Hi guys, well, we're back again, round 2. So what it turns out is these guys need the stencil of the VIN number or the engine number as evidence that it's a physical thing. So it's very difficult taking a stencil of something that you can't reach. So they tried to do it on the stencil behind the glass, the windscreen, but that didn't work. So Joy says, well, why don't you just take a picture of it and attach that to your docs, because that's all you're doing with the stencil. You just take, it's just you're just attaching it, it's just physical evidence. So why don't you just do that? So they said good idea, so they took a picture of it and they've headed off back into their office, and hopefully the paperwork will clear and we should be on our way. Well, that was good. They accepted the photograph and the whatever else they had to do. So they attached that to their paperwork and sent us on our merry little way. Joy, I was just trying to explain to our readers or listeners what that process was that we've just done. Could you explain it?
We need to go to Soko.
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
We need to go to Soko or scene of the crime operatives, and then you will get some papers out of them, clearance papers or something, and then we go to HPG Highway Patrol Group here in LTO Pilar, and then they will give you also some certificate that the car is free from any accidents or something like that. And then now we're going for emission testing.
Well, here we are at the emissions testing, just waiting for my turn to go in, and then it should be all over. Well, this is the testing area, very nice, looking very professional. The first one we went to, I couldn't use them because there was a metal grill around here. So what they do here, they do that, and then they do that, and then stage 3 they do that. Looks all very comprehensive. They're now doing the headlight, and that little machine there goes up and down, obviously registering something to do with the headlight. Now we do the emissions test and the sound level test. Should be interesting, shouldn't it? Side slip tester, whatever that is. Suspension, roller brake, speedo tester. Comprehensive. I like this place, it's very good. Very, very good. Clean. The office in there is very good. Air conditioned. Ladies all doing their job properly. Drinks, coffee, water. Well, that was a successful visit to the emissions. It passed on everything. So on the way back, Joy and me went into 2100 for some lunch. I'll just show you 2100. It's got an upstairs to it, and it's got a downstairs to it. Car parks out the back. You may recognise this place. This is where we go once a fortnight for the veterans and friends. Yeah, very pleasant little place to have lunch. Right, as a slight interlude from all that car stuff, I decided to give it a miss today, running around, because we're both getting a bit tired of it. And we're going to do those stones. So we've got a couple of new gardeners, because the old ones don't seem to be lasting too long, and they've started today. So I'll show you what they're going to do. I am actually awaiting for a lorry to turn up with stones. To be honest, I think I've just seen it drive down the road and go that way, so it'll probably turn around in a minute. But we are waiting, so as soon as that lorry turns up, they can use the wheelbarrow and bring the stones from the front into the back. I'll just have a quick word with Joy, because she's just turned up. Will you give us a quick rundown of what the gardeners are going to do?
Today, just for today, they will hack those bamboo, and then they will put liners on the grass, and then
When
gravel will come in a while. They will put gravel on top of that
Yeah,
black liner.
that was all very straightforward, wasn't it?
But that is for now. There's still loads in the next few days. I asked them also to tie those bamboo.
The plan is to make this area here nice and usable. So what they're doing, they're going to make these bamboos here. They're only dwarf bamboos, these are. So they're going to hack them back to about that height that he's doing there. So that'll look nicer than this straggly bit. Then we'll get rid of all the bamboo he's got there. We'll burn that. The liner goes down on this grass area here, all round here and all round there, and then when the stones come, they'll just put the stones down there. We've ordered 4 cubic meters of gravel. It's not going to be anywhere like enough, so they'll do what they are able to. Then later on today we'll order some more, and then when they're next here they can do that. The plan will be, we'll also put the gravel on here as well, slowly working our way down until we're finished, and that'll look really nice just before the rainy season, so we don't get weeds coming up. We've got weeds here which the gardeners will get rid of them before they put these stones. I'm going to leave the bougainvilleas wild and woolly. Perhaps, I don't know, it depends what it looks like. Maybe I'll have a change of heart, but I do like the wild and woolly look around here, because this is, we can't do anything with this, so I'll probably leave it wild and woolly. Right, he's enjoying himself, isn't he? The cats are out. Look how big they're getting now. Do you want to come and say hello to the viewers? Come here. Yes. Now this one is called Smokey. Not a lot wrong with Smokey. He doesn't like being stroked. He'll suffer it, but not for long. But he will. Charming. But he will. He'll let you stroke him, but only when he wants. You know, typical cat, innit? Red, the other one, where's he? He will let you stroke him, but only on his conditions. They're both like that, really. Alright, so that's the plan for today. Get the back done. And I'm waffling on there, so I'll finish. Well, so far we've got those cut back to a uniform height, and getting rid of the surplus bamboo round the back of the barbecue area so we can set fire to it. Yeah, they're doing a great job. They've tidied that up. They've thinned it out. Yes. I'm impressed with this pair. They're coming tomorrow as well, so that's going to be great. If you want to hire these guys, just send me a message and I'll give you their details. Right, well obviously as you can see that's the liner going down, so we look as if we're doing something, don't we? So liner going down, that'll stop the grass and the weeds from growing through. Stone goes on top of that, job's a good one. Right, the first wheelbarrow full of stones has just been laid, the first of many. It was about now that he realised the wheelbarrow was foobar, so I think the wheel's a bit dodgy. We did spend a few minutes after this fixing it as best we could, but Joy went and bought another wheelbarrow, so now we've got a new one and a repaired one. Always come in handy, wheelbarrows. And then I looked out the window, which is where I'm recording these from, and Joy was busy raking the stones, so well done Joy. Mid-afternoon in the scorching heat, these guys are about halfway, so I got no complaints with this pair at all. Well done lads. When that 4 cubic metres was delivered, some went there and some went there. Well, they've used all that one there and they've swept it up. They've got the stones that it spilled into there, they've cleaned it all, they've filled in the gap. I'm very happy with this pair. And there's still that left. So we're going to be moving that a little bit. Joy's going to order another delivery that should come tomorrow morning. So these two guys are going to turn up tomorrow morning as well. So what that means is we're going to crack on with this tomorrow. Joy's going to just go to RTA tomorrow to transfer the car into my name. She's quite sure that they don't need me there, so she's going to do that on her own, while Ebbs, the cleaner, isn't here tomorrow, so it's just going to be me in charge of looking after this pair. So let me show you what's happened today. We've got all the line has gone down and we've put these stones here. We've hacked back the Chinese bamboo, so all of this is looking good. So the plan is to finish this area and down there tomorrow, and then next week they'll just tidy up here and do bits in the garden. Then we'll order some more stones for us to put on here. But if we concentrate on this area here, I'll be honest, it can wait a little while. They've got plenty of work to do in the garden. So this is already looking good. So we can put some plant pots here. We can generally tidy this up, be easy to tidy, zero maintenance. I suppose there will be some maintenance, particularly when all these leaves fall off, but I'll get a blower and we can just blow the leaves off here, because picking them up from here would be terrible. So we'll get a blower and I can just blow them off. Okay, so a good job. Yeah, the guys turned up promptly at 8 o'clock and the stones haven't turned up yet. It's 9:30, and we bought a new rake as well, because the rake took one for the team. So this is the progress. We're doing great. We're doing great. Just got this little bit here, down there. Yes. Then we can decide what we're going to do with these. I bought those at the garden centre. Let me show you. Bought these at the garden centre. We haven't got to use them straight away, have we? I mean, see, all that looks very nice. Yeah, we haven't got to use them straight away. We can just stack them round the back here until we need them. There's another delivery coming up. So basically this area is 95% finished. There's just a couple of small areas that just need a little bit of attention. 5 minutes when they're here next. I'll buy a bag of cement or ready mixed concrete, and we can embed those stones, make sure they're flat and level, and then that'll be a nice edge between the gravel and the grass. That can happen next week when they're here next. You see those concrete stones that I've put out there? So that's the edging strip. So there's going to be more that goes down there, and then all of this will be the same as that, the gravel. We talked a little bit about this pond and how we're going to make this nice, so there's plans for that. I'll keep those to myself for a minute because they're subject to change, but I think we know what we're going to do with that. Obviously we're not going to do it now, we're going to do it when it's rainy, so we can do the garden stuff when it's sunny like today, and then when it's rainy he can dive into that. So that's basically it. That's what's happened this week. Next week I'll just finish off registering the car, one visit hopefully, and then the two gardeners are here again, and we can carry on doing the garden, can't we? So best of luck for next week. I love you all. Stay healthy, wealthy. To my Scottish viewers, I say congratulations on your supporters. They're doing what all supporters should do, and that's being gentlemen but enjoying themselves. So take care.